Welcome back to Rapid Report. I'm Zak Kuri, and today we're diving deep into a series of significant economic developments that are sending ripples across the United States and beyond. From fluctuating job numbers to the stark reality of new tariffs impacting everything from your online shopping cart to the price of your next car, we have a lot to unpack. So, buckle up as we break down the latest figures and analyze what they truly mean for your wallet and the broader economic landscape. We begin with the latest snapshot of the U.S. labor market. The April jobs report has just landed, revealing a mixed bag of data. While the economy added a respectable 177,000 jobs, exceeding expectations, this figure marks a notable slowdown from March. Is this a mere cooling of a still robust market or an early tremor of more significant economic shifts on the horizon? To help us dissect these numbers and their potential implications, we turn to the expert analysis from our colleagues at NBC News and Axios. Christine Romans highlights the underlying resilience of the job market, pointing to a historically low unemployment rate of 4.2%. However, she also draws attention to the nuances within the data, such as the sectors driving hiring, notably healthcare and warehousing, potentially influenced by companies front-loading purchases ahead of tariff implementation. Intriguingly, the report also indicates a decrease in federal jobs, a figure that may even be an undercount due to the complexities of furlough and buyout classifications. Yami Shalcender joins us from the White House, providing insight into the administration's framing of these economic indicators. The message from the executive branch is one of a booming economy under President Trump's leadership, despite the looming shadow of his tariff policies and the escalating trade tensions with global players like China. The White House insists these job numbers are evidence of the president's success, but the fundamental question remains: can this positive momentum withstand the potential headwinds created by these very policies? Adding his perspective, Neil Irwin of Axios cautions against drawing definitive conclusions from a single jobs report. He astutely reminds us that the U.S. economy is akin to a slow-moving tanker, not easily swayed by immediate announcements. While the April data may not yet fully reflect the impact of the recently announced tariffs, Irwin suggests that the effects could begin to materialize in the May report or become more apparent over the summer. He also points out the inherent political spin often applied to economic data, with positive figures attributed to current policies and negative ones to past administrations. Now, let's pivot to a development that will directly impact the everyday consumer: the closure of a significant loophole regarding cheap online goods. For those of you who frequently shop on platforms like Shein, Temu, or even Amazon's ultra-low-cost sections, prepare for a change. The de minimis loophole, which allowed the import of individual packages valued under $800 without import fees, has now been closed by the Trump administration. The rationale: to level the playing field for American small businesses struggling to compete with these ultra-cheap imports, often originating from Chinese factories. Christine Romans vividly illustrates the immediate impact, noting that import charges are now visible in your online shopping carts on platforms like Temu, directly increasing the final price. Astonishingly, in some cases, the import charge can more than double the original cost of the item, as seen in the example of a pair of shorts. This marks the end of an era for those incredibly low-cost deals that many consumers have become accustomed to. Beyond this specific loophole, the broader implications of the 145% tariffs on certain Chinese goods are far-reaching. As Christine explains, even if consumers don't directly pay the entire tariff, these costs ripple through the supply chain, inevitably leading to higher prices for a wide range of products in the days and weeks ahead. Turning our attention to the complex world of international trade, Yami Shalcender sheds light on the recent back-and-forth between the U.S. and China regarding potential negotiations. While President Trump has indicated ongoing discussions, Chinese officials have publicly stated that no such negotiations were taking place. However, new statements reveal that the U.S. has indeed reached out through diplomatic channels, expressing a desire to begin talks. The caveat from China, a demand for the U.S. to demonstrate sincerity by correcting its mistakes and, crucially, canceling the unilateral tariffs. Adding to the uncertainty, there appears to be a discrepancy regarding communication between the two leaders. While President Trump has mentioned speaking with his Chinese counterpart, White House officials have clarified that no such conversation has occurred since the tariffs were implemented. This lack of direct communication at the highest level adds another layer of complexity to the already strained relationship. Neil Irwin offers his analysis on the likelihood of the U.S. rolling back tariffs as a precursor to negotiations. Given the Trump administration's penchant for surprise and unpredictable policy-making, Irwin doesn't entirely rule it out. However, he emphasizes the need for both sides to find a way to de-escalate while allowing each to claim a victory. The longer these high tariffs remain in place, the greater the potential disruption to the U.S. economy as current inventories of pre-tariff goods are depleted, potentially leading to empty shelves and price inflation. Finally, Christine Romans brings us crucial information regarding the auto tariffs, which are set to take effect tomorrow. After initial concerns within the auto industry regarding steel, aluminum, and foreign car import tariffs, the focus now shifts to the reality of increased costs for consumers. Experts estimate that new car prices could rise anywhere from $2,000 to a staggering $12,000. Furthermore, the impact won't be limited to new car purchases. Higher costs for imported car parts will likely lead to increased insurance premiums, potentially adding around $300 to your annual insurance bill by the end of the year. The ever-evolving nature of the president's tariff policies, with carve-outs, delays, and resumptions, has created significant uncertainty for the auto industry as it attempts to navigate these complex supply chain challenges. So, what are the biggest concerns echoing among executives, investors, and policymakers in this current economic climate? Neil Irwin encapsulates the sentiment, highlighting that while the possibility of de-escalation offers a glimmer of optimism, the erratic and unpredictable nature of the tariff policies is the primary source of anxiety. A steady, even across-the-board tariff at a manageable level might be absorbed, but the sudden and drastic swings, such as tariffs jumping from 10% to 145%, create immense challenges for planning, investment, hiring, and overall economic confidence. This is a rapidly evolving situation, and we will continue to monitor these developments closely, bringing you the latest analysis and insights right here on time. Thank you for joining us as we navigated these crucial economic headlines. We truly appreciate you tuning in. To stay informed on all the breaking news and in-depth analysis, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a like if you found it informative. Your support helps us bring you the news that matters. I'm Zak Kuri, and this was your TOTA's Rapid Report.